Well, days like today are absolutely the best time to be a Nintendo fan because we now have official confirmation that tomorrow is the first of the year Nintendo Direct presentation in February. We have to go over Nintendo's exact tweet detailing how long the showcase is and where we should be setting our expectations for new Switch game reveals, as well as trailers, release dates, and updates on existing titles right now. What's up, Nation? If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. Now, as I mentioned, guys, today it's truly the best day to be a Nintendo fan because we get our one of three, sometimes every year, Nintendo Direct presentations officially confirmed. We now know that tomorrow, February 8th, is the date. That is early in the month. A lot of people were thinking it might be the following week or the week after, and you may remember we've made a few different videos on the channel discussing Mr. Jeff Grubb, who some people are very divisive on, and Nate the Hate, who are both going out there claiming that this indeed would be the week that we would see the Direct held. And as of Tuesday morning on February 7th, we have the full confirmation that this is the time. As you can see, the following posted up over on Nintendo of America's Twitter, where it says, tune in at 2 p.m. PST tomorrow, February 8th, for a Nintendo Direct live stream featuring roughly 40 minutes of information mostly focused on Nintendo Switch games launching in the first half of 2023. Now, the first thing to focus in on there is 40 minutes is a full-blown Direct presentation. There's no mini attached to this thing. There's no partner showcase attached to this thing. This is an entire mainline presentation, and that gives them plenty of time to go over existing games and reveal new ones. And you may see the wording mostly on new games coming in 2023 or the first half of 2023. That does leave room for some teasers for Nintendo to reveal to us what is maybe in the pipeline for holiday 2023, or even a very far out project for the Switch, or Switch 2 even, because that's really where we are at in the current life cycle of the Switch now, where some of the brand new game reveals we might have to realize are not going to be revealed on current hardware. And in terms of what games are first safe bets, I definitely think we're going to be seeing Tears of the Kingdom show up. It's either the show opener or the show closer, but it's absolutely there with a mainline trailer that will most likely feature quite a bit of gameplay. That is the big thing we haven't seen, is uninterrupted gameplay. It might not be a treehouse style presentation where we get a deep dive into it, but I definitely could see them actually having a more lengthy overview trailer explaining some of Link's new abilities and giving us a deeper look into the mechanics of this specific game, because we're already going to be in May before we know it, and this game is out in May 12th, and it will absolutely be at the showcase here. I then also think that Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp is a likely title to show up. Let's get the release date out there. Let's find out when we can actually purchase this thing. It sounds like the previous claim that Walmart had promotional material saying it was available now may not be true, although this would line up with that theoretical timeline, but not if you got to ship retail copies. So I'm more leaning on the side that it's likely that it's at the event and we get the release date, but no shadow drop onto the eShop, because I do think they still want to launch this thing at retail. Then we could also likely see an update on Pikmin 4, because we do know there's that retail listing floating around suggesting May 26th, which I still definitely think feels very unlikely, and it seems like it's too close to Tears of the Kingdom for me personally, but I do think that Pikmin 4 makes some kind of appearance at the event, probably a few different third-party titles showcased in there as well. Maybe we finally see Hollow Knight Silksong and get a release date for that game, entirely a possibility. Then we have to shift the conversation to some really fun games that I've been waiting for so long, and I certainly hope that they are there. Even Mr. Jeff Grubb replying to Nintendo's Twitter post beneath, where he says 40 minutes just to laugh at my haircut seems excessive, obviously hinting towards his prediction around Metroid Prime 1 Remaster and or Trilogy HD. We don't know what it is fully, but I definitely think it is here. It's actually the time that we finally get this either singular game or collection revealed. And does that mean that we actually get a look or some kind of update on Metroid Prime 4? I think it's likely that these games are brought in together, or at least one acknowledges the other, because I don't think Nintendo goes back and says, go replay the first Prime game while you're waiting for Prime 4 without somehow acknowledging Prime 4. And that is a very exciting prospect to me. If we do indeed get this remaster / port revealed, that alone will make this a 10 out of 10 Direct for me personally. I don't know if you guys know how great of a game at its core through and through Metroid Prime 1 is, but if I get to play that game at all on the Switch, I will be beyond elated. So that one I will definitely be watching for, and it is on the top of my personal list of both most wanted games and games that I think that are unannounced that are the most likely to be there. Do we get looks at other ports and remasters that are in the rumor mill cycle right now, like F-Zero GX? You may remember all of the talk online from Silex Hunter, who is somebody who predicted a previous Nintendo Direct date, Mario Kart Booster Course Pass DLC before anybody knew that was a thing, and a Bayonetta 3 trailer drop and release date. And they hinted at a cryptic tweet that basically read out to "You got boost power," which is referencing F-Zero. Then when a fan went back and forth in conversation with him about finally getting a new F-Zero game, he said maybe temper your expectations, leading a lot of people to believe this is most likely an F-Zero GX remaster. And I do think that if there was a stage for it, it would be at this showcase, especially if we are to believe some of the reports that it might be a quote-unquote lighter second half of 2023 when it comes to brand new game releases. I don't think that that means that Nintendo doesn't have major games planned every single month this year. I think that it may mean that we don't have big blockbuster Zelda or Mario level titles to expect, of course, after Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is fully available and sold on the marketplace. So that's actually exciting for me because that creates a ton of possibilities. There is also rumors for Kid Icarus Uprising. I don't know that we get the port remaster blowout here, but I do think that we get at least an acknowledgement of some of these heavily rumored titles. And from there, it's really just a few wild cards. Could we see Donkey Kong or Mario show up in some fashion? We know that it has been so long since Donkey Kong has had any kind of love in terms of a new game from Nintendo, and I'm not going to set my expectations high for this one in any way, shape, or form. I don't think that this is going to be jam-packed full with entirely huge announcements, as it clearly says in its own words that it's mainly games coming in the first half of 2023, but I do think that we could get a look at one or two projects that are further out, and I think either Donkey Kong or Mario fits that bill, not to mention the fact we have the big hype around the Mario movie, and you might want to support it with either a 2D game or at least reveal to us what's next in the world of 3D Mario, but it's going to be one of those things where we may have to wait a while to ultimately see it come to market. All of that said, guys, I am very hyped for this event. There are a ton of new announcements to look forward to as a Nintendo fan. Tomorrow, it is 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time, or 4 p.m. where I'm at Central time. I will be live streaming this event here on the channel. I personally cannot wait to celebrate all of the announcements together with you all, so please come by and watch it with me if you are available. But at this point in the video, I really want to hear from you guys, all your personal thoughts and predictions around tomorrow's event. Where's your hype levels now that we know it's official? We can actually get excited. This thing is going to be happening. Which games do you think are likely to miss the event? And if you just had to pick a few titles yourself that you absolutely want to see there above and beyond anything else, please comment them down below. So regardless of your thoughts and feelings on everything we talked about today, I do look forward to hearing from you all in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around these topics. Go watch yesterday's video next if you haven't already, which is on screen right now. Also make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.